Hello and happy Medieval Monday. It's the very last one. It's so sad. I love Medieval Monday. We've been having these for over 6 months. I'm Cecelia Mecca, by the way. This is my very last Medieval Monday broadcast. And I'll explain why in just a minute. But yeah, this is it. This is all she wrote. I've had a lot of fun chatting with everybody every Monday about initially all kinds of medieval topics, but lately it's been all over the board, and that's part of why we're changing. So I'm going to talk about not having Medieval Monday anymore, what we're doing. Hi, Maria, and so many fun things. I have a big, huge announcement. I have lots of giveaways because it's release week. So it's 3 days actually until the Rogues Redemption. So we're going to do 3 giveaways tonight. 2 art giveaways, and I can send you the book like immediately. ASAP, you win it. I send it tonight. And then I'm going to do a signed paperback because I know you guys like signed paperbacks too. And I have so many fun things. I'm excited. So Amy is here, Donna, Jean, Jennifer, Lori, happy Monday. And thank you for the waves. Maria, you walked in on some big news, big news. So there's no more Medieval Monday. That's actually not the big news, but this is it. And the reason why is, you guys know I'm moving into paranormal. And for my historical readers, don't get excited because I had somebody email me today and they were like, I saw your Instagram post and it said you're moving into vampire romance. And what about the Border series? And what about Neil and Aiden and all these people? It's fine. We are still going to be doing Border series books. Like me. It's just that you guys know I've had an epic, 6-month vampire binge, starting with the Vampire Diaries, moving on to, starting with, even before that, Sookie Stackhouse and True Blood, and then the Vampire Diaries. Now I'm watching the originals. And for those of you keeping track, season 5, episode 3, I'm devastated, but we could talk about that later. And then I spent the summer reading vampire romances. So I've had this epic vampire binge, and a story came to me sometime like in May-ish. And so I've been working on it since then. So when I say moving into, I'm doing both, and the plan is to kind of go back and forth. But since we're going to have a little bit of both from now on, some medieval and then a little bit of vampire, Medieval Monday doesn't seem to fit anymore. So thank you to my amazing readers. And I don't remember who it was. I wish I could remember. But 2 videos ago, I keep saying we. I don't know why I say that. I came on and I talked about Medieval Monday, and it was like, I need a new name. And someone came up, and if I can figure out who it is, I'll send them an arc. Somebody came up with a perfect name. So let me share with you here. Right? Tana Jean, the originals is the best. Hi, Amy and Marina. Maria, you already know everything, girl, so don't worry about it. Hi, Sunny and Jennifer. Nice to see you here. So, all right, let's see. If I can find my agenda, I'm a little discombobulated. I'm just coming off a 9-day Disney vacation. So 95% of my brain is still in the palm trees at the Polynesian. 5% of me is here in Pennsylvania as of last night, but forgive the all over the place. Okay, here we go. Da 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 da. Oops, Monday musings. It's perfect because sometimes I have no idea what we're talking about. Actually, a good chunk of the time, I have no idea what we're talking about. All we can count on is every Monday I will still be here, and we will be musing about something. It might be Border series, it might be vampire, it very likely could be Damon and Elijah. But whatever it is, I will still be here on Monday. We just will not have a medieval focus 100% because we're going to be doing a little bit of medieval and a little bit of contemporary vampire going on here. So that's the theme of the next few months as I get ready to jump into paranormal. Can my brain join you? I'm telling you, I woke up every morning on vacation, and I don't even like the mornings at all. If you're following me on Instagram, or if you're in one of my reader groups, I have 2. Border Ambassadors is for the historical, and Mortal Ambassadors is for the vampire. I shared pictures of both. Every morning I was up at 6:30. And literally, I don't wake up that early. I wake up because of the kids, but otherwise on the weekend, I'm a night owl. And so that's really early for me. But on vacation, I love it. I love to wake up because I'm usually in somewhere really nice and write. And I wrote like crazy on this trip. I finished the first book in the vampire series. And and that's what I did. And it was beautiful because I had the beach and the palm trees and all these things every morning for about 2 hours. And then now here I am And what are you going to do? So anyway, I'm right there with you on the night owl front, right? So this is where I start to get going. I'm going to chat with you guys for a little bit, then I'll go up, snuggle with the kids, put them to bed, and then it's like back on. Because it's release week, probably won't be watching TV. Usually I do a little Netflix every night. I've got, what do I have going on now? I'm thinking Sons of Anarchy. It's not Sons of Anarchy. It's the next one. I'm behind on that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, probably none of that because it's a 100% launch week. So I'll be getting ready for Rogues, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But let me make sure I said hello to everybody. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Isn't it so nice to get things done while the kids are sleeping? Yeah. Basically, before I was writing full time, I literally was working from 10 until 2 just about every day. And that's when I wrote. So it's awesome. Maria, I am 100% going to watch Turn. I actually just saw your post and I was thinking, as soon as Originals is over, I trust you because I know we have the same taste. I'm going to jump over to Turn and see. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's going to be fine. I don't know what happens, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. All right. So Monday Musings. Monday from now on is Monday Musings and no more Medieval Monday because we've got a little bit of both going on. I mentioned Rogue. So I want to talk about the release because I have some giveaways and I want to do that. It's 3 days to the release. The Rogues Redemption comes on Thursday. It is book 8 in the Border series. And because it's 3 days, we're going to do 3 giveaways. So here's what you have to do. As you watch this video, this Musings, which I think is perfect name because, again, sometimes I'm all over the place. All you have to do is comment. And I have a question for you. So when I was in Disney and I posted the video on my personal page, and I have the link in here too if you want to see it, I ran into Gaston. And you guys know Gaston, he loves himself and he fancies himself some kind of romance hero. So of course I had to ask him. Well, first I asked his handler if I could videotape him and she said, sure, it's not promotional, isn't it? I was like, no. So she said, sure, you could videotape him. So I said to him, what do you think makes the perfect romance hero? And his response was absolutely perfect. It's on a video and I linked that up. But that's what I want to ask you guys because Reed Kerr, who is the hero of Rogue's Redemption, he is a rogue and he needs to be redeemed. He is 100% the baddest of all Border Series bad boys. I love him to pieces. He's amazing. And what I'm curious about is what do you guys think makes the perfect romance hero? And, or you can answer the question, why do we love these bad boys so much? I do. I mean, I can tell you Reed was fun to write. He was fun to read. A lot of times I'm not a big fan of editing, so I'll write the book and I'm like, I got to edit now. But honestly, I did not mind editing Rogue's Redemption because I kept reading. I was like, God, he's such a jerk. And why? Who wrote this crap? I mean, I want to throw the computer across the room. He is awful. And yet he's not. And so I loved that. So he was a lot of fun to write. What makes the perfect romance hero? So throughout this, I will ask that question again. Toss in a comment, and that's all you have to do to enter Twin. I'm going to choose 3 winners, 2 to receive ARCs tonight, so you can read it 3 days before it's out, and then 1 grand prize for a signed paperback. And those are on their way as we speak. They are coming to me in proof form, so as soon as I get them, I can ship them right out to you next week. Speaking of winners, actually, so I'm going to hide Monday Musings. We're all on the same page, right? Medieval Monday is gone. Monday Musings is here to stay, so let's hide that. I do have a winner from my reader group. So I mentioned the Border Ambassadors. That's my private reader group. Join us. We do videos in there, giveaways in there, just special things. Chastity Parrish has been one of the most amazing fans, readers, Border Ambassadors that you can imagine. And so I think it's her turn to get a signed paperback. She commented on the post. It was such a hard post to comment on. They were like Australian firefighters, which had nothing to do with anything really. But I forced my group to look at these pictures of these really amazingly hot Australian firefighters. And Chastity, congratulations. You have won a signed paperback of Rogues. So I'll make sure I get in touch with you for that. So anyway, that opens it up so much. Yeah, so I want to hear, what do you guys think is a perfect romance hero? Or why do you think we love these bad boys so much? It's kind of a 2-part question. You can answer either one. Okay. So I'm going back to Turn a little bit because Maria is advocating Turn, so I will watch that. Oh, Marina, wasn't that a cute video? Gaston was really nice, but his answer was so predictable. Jennifer says, bad boys always have that sexy pull, right? Why is that? I don't understand, but it's totally true. Jenna, I love your live videos. Thank you. I love coming live because I can actually interact and talk with everybody, and they're so much fun. So every Monday I'll still be here, just completely different name. Lori, it's always great to see the rogue fall in love and he doesn't know what hit him. I wonder, will Riker fall in love? Well, since it's a romance and there has to be a happily ever after, I have a feeling that you know, and I know for sure he does fall in love. But he gets pulled through the ringer first, and I think he deserves it. So, the very first scene in Rogue's Redemption is a little bit risky, and I actually shared it with another author, which I don't usually. As I'm writing, I pretty much am keeping it to myself. But we were having a conversation, and she was like, in any case, I shared it, and she said, I don't think I would write that first scene. Basically, Reed is with a maid, and it's not our heroine. And she's like, historical readers can get really, I don't know, I don't think you should do that. But I'm like, listen, the fact that he's with this girl when his brother is coming to look for him because there was a raid and it's bad and he needs his brother, the fact that he's with her, he doesn't know her name. At one point he thinks to ask, he's like, oh, maybe I should know her name. It is so Reed because he is a playboy, he is a rogue, and I love that scene. But I am going to warn you, if you are a very traditional, like historical reader that you tend like to read the Regencies and everything should be a little bit proper, you probably don't want to read the Rogue's Redemption. It might put you over the edge, and definitely stay away from it because I can 100% see some like nervousness with the opening scene and with some of Reed's antics. So just warning you and putting that out there. I love Chastity. I love Chastity too. She's the best, isn't she? So I think it's her turn. We love the bad boys because they're so hot but caught up in trying to protect us little ladies. Isn't that funny? Because I feel like we don't need protection. We are strong and badass and amazing in our own right. And yet there's something very sexy about that protective instinct too. And so I agree with you. It's very much one of the worst reviews I ever got was on The Lord's Captive. And the reviewer said, abduction is not sexy. This is awful. Well, if I was actually abducted in real life, that would not be sexy. And I agree with her. But this is a romance, and we're putting ourselves in a whole different situation that we wouldn't typically be in. And when I do that, it's actually kind of fun to have that little bit of bad boy / protection balance. And I get it though. Especially in this day and age, it's a very fine line, but in medieval, I feel like, it's a medieval romance and these guys, they've got an edge, and Reed Kirk 100% has an edge. So anyone saying congrats, Chastity. I agree. She is amazing. Okay. How the hero falls fast and hard. They are also very protective, right? There you go, the protective stuff again. So I asked earlier, what makes a perfect romance hero, and or why do we love these bad boys so much? So all you have to do is comment to win, and I will pick 3 winners. I'm going to pick 2 tonight because typically I let this open for 24 hours, but I want to get 2 arcs to you guys tonight. So if you're not on my arc team, I will send you. If you already are, it's not a very exciting giveaway because you have the book. But if you're not on my ARC team, and if you want to be on the ARC team, by the way, I open it up every release for 5 extra spots, with 5 spots. So if you're in the Border Ambassador group, you'll see that with every release, I put out the application, add 5 spots. And so you can definitely jump on that advanced reader team if you're interested. But in any case, I want to give away 2 arcs tonight. And then the paperback, I'm going to leave that open for 24 hours. So just make sure you comment and let me know what you think about why we love these bad boys. He starts as a slug. Yeah, Lori, that's one way for sure to talk about Reed. He is the worst for like a long time. And yes, it sets the scene for he needs to be redeemed. It's the whole title of the book, right? Now I can't wait to read it. Thursday. Welcome to historical romance. Favorite trope for time. I love historical romance. You read my comment. Yay. And there's your comment. It's right there. It's so cool. I'm not really good at pointing on the live comments, but there you go. Lori says it's great. Now, these are people who have read the book. These are my early readers, so I'm going to make sure there's no spoilers. So that one is a bit of a spoiler, so I don't know if we can put that up there. Amy, advanced reader team, sign me up. Yeah, so go into the Border Ambassadors. I have that link in this video. That's the reader group, and I've got a group now. I opened it up. I think I put the application out last week, and I don't know if I chose the 5 for this book. I can't remember. Disney brain again, but every release, and I have another one in December. So the next book, The Guardian's Favor, I'm trying to remember the date. We just set this, is December 6th, I think. But The Guardian's Favor is book 9. I'll ask 5 more people to jump onto the team. So that's in December. Oh yeah, no, Lori, no problem. You don't have to delete it. It's fine. It's not really spoilery. Maria's laughing about the part about abductions. Okay. So that's a perfect romance hero. Make sure that you leave a comment. Moving right along. So with the theme of Monday musings and the fact that the Medieval Monday is changing just a bit, I want to move over to the vampire stuff for just a second. So this Wednesday at noon, I mentioned the 2 reader groups. So the Border Ambassadors, Historical, and Mortal Ambassadors, Vampire. We just decided, because I told them in that group, I have a big, fat, amazingly huge, 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 huge announcement. And when did they want it? Like today, tomorrow, and I'm going to do it live. So we kind of chatted and came up with Wednesday at noon. Now, I know a lot of you are working and you won't be able to catch it live. But if you are remotely interested in paranormal romance, vampire romance, jump into the Immortal Ambassadors and join me Wednesday at noon, because I have an announcement. It's big. Let me tell you, it's big. It's been something I've been sitting on for about 6 months, and I can't wait to share. I will say that even though the first book in that series doesn't come out until January, I do have a little surprise coming as early as next week. And that's all I'm going to say. But join us Wednesday at noon. We're going to have lunch together, and I have like 3 announcements, and one of them is super big. If you don't like paranormal romance or vampire romance, then you probably don't care, and I won't see you Wednesday at noon. No big deal. I'll see you next Monday here. But if you do, even if you are not sure, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I had never read a paranormal romance in my life. After True Blood and Vampire Diaries and all of this, I was like, so this is a whole genre of romance. Why haven't I read it before? Because Sookie Stackhouse, I don't know if that's considered paranormal romance, definitely paranormal, and it has romantic elements. So I started reading, and it turned out there's this whole world of, J.R. Ward and Jeannie Frost and all of these people that I had never read. So maybe give it a shot. Honestly, I kind of thought I was only a historical girl, but now I read Maria and I read romantic suspense, and there's a lot of really fun things. Oh, speaking of other genres, by the way, I did put up my hot new releases giveaway. So every week I have a hot new releases giveaway of some of the hot new releases over the last week or so. And this week I have some cross-genre books. And so that's fun, right? There are, I think, 3 historicals in there, 3 hot new historical releases, 2 paranormal releases, because those are the 2 genres I'm in. And then I actually have an urban fantasy. So I met an author by the name of Shane Silvers 2 weeks ago at NINC, and he writes urban fantasy. And even though I was at one time a huge fantasy girl, epic fantasy, and that was pretty much all I read before I got into romance, I had never read urban fantasy before. So I picked up the first book in his second series, and I'm reading Unchained right now. It's amazing. I'm about 60% through. I was reading at the pool in Disney. And so he had a new release this week as well, and it's called Moscow Mule. So I included that in. I don't know if anyone here give me a thumbs up or a heart or something if you have ever read urban fantasy, because honestly, I hadn't until this week. So again, broadening my horizons. It's amazing. And of course I like it. I'm a fantasy girl. I love fantasy. There's vampires in it. So why would I not love it? I do. He's an amazing writer, and I'm excited to have a new series. You know how that goes. If you find a new good series, it's like, it's like Christmas, because you have all these books to read. So in any case, that link I have posted as well. So you could go ahead and jump in there. The way that giveaway works, so it's the hot new releases, and then I will give away one of the books. So just comment, there's a question, and I'll choose one, and then it's the winner's choice. So you can pick whether you want the urban fantasy, the paranormal, the historicals. It's up to you. So there's a bunch of giveaways happening right now, but they're all linked up, so you don't have to worry about like what's going on. The name sells me. I love Moscow Mules. Yeah, so the whole series is, that particular series is based on drinks, which is really fun. Yeah, and it's a great name. If you look at the book and the covers and just read the blurb, you will just click it and buy it, and it'll be done. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Yay, Marina, see you Wednesday. I'm glad you're going to be there, because I'm hoping there'll be some live people. I know it's a weird time. Nighttime's a little bit more difficult with the kids. So during the day, I don't have to hide myself in the basement like I am right now. And I cannot wait. Like literally, guys, I'm so excited about this announcement. Somebody kind of guessed a little bit today about what I'm talking about Wednesday, but I'll leave it at that. So I think my faithful Border Series readers are starting to kind of get a clue, but I probably said too much. So that is that. All right, what else? Do you guys have any thoughts, questions, concerns, ideas, GIFs that you want to share? Speaking of GIFs, thank you for all of those, by the way. Day after Disney, it's hard to get going. So Damon and Elijah, appreciate that. You don't know what I'm talking about. The Hot New Historicals, I asked for GIFs or cross-genre books that you like. But honestly, I was really interested to see the Damon and Elijah GIFs. And so they got me through the day. Every time I opened up, I was writing and doing my thing and getting ready for the release. And every time I got an alert, because I'm an obsessive, checking Facebook person, which is bad. But when I got an alert, it was like Damon smiling at me. So thank you for that. Got me through the day a little bit. What time zone? Time zone is Eastern US. So right now it is 8:58 p.m. for me. So it will be 12 noon Eastern US. So if you're not live, no big deal. Just jump in at any time and I'll have the announcement and maybe a little cover for you to see and some exciting things. So yeah, jump in there anytime that you get a chance. GTD. So let's see if anything else. Donna Jean, can't wait for Wednesday. I am too. Huge. Huge. When I'm saying huge, it's as big as an announcement as I can get. I'm not Oprah, so I can't say you win a car or a vacation. If I could, that would be my announcement. But since I can't, this is about as big as it gets for me. But I'm not telling everybody. I'm going to just mention that right now. This is not public information yet. This is Immortal Ambassador only information that eventually will make its way out. But I really kind of want to keep it on the DL publicly, and you'll see why on Wednesday. So you got to be in there if you want to see the announcement. Okay, I'm free. Woo woo. Amazing. So don't forget to comment, guys, if you're still watching. Thank you. Let me know what you think who makes the perfect romance hero. See, I'm telling you, Disney brain. Or why do you think we love the bad boys so much? Like Reed, who's coming on Thursday, telling you he's the baddest of the bad boys. So I will choose 2 winners after the kids go to bed. I'll send those 2 arcs tonight, and then I'll pick the paperback winner tomorrow. 3 prizes, 3 days. Rogue's Redemption comes Thursday. I'm so excited because I really, really think you guys are going to love Reed. Or maybe you're going to hate him and then maybe hate him and then love him. But I do think you're going to enjoy him. The early readers have been thinking about Reed what I was, which is we love him. So that makes me happy. He was hard to write, I have to be honest. And I think I told my Border Ambassador group this. I had a very difficult time with Reed because every time I wanted to make him nice, I realized he couldn't be yet because he wasn't. His journey hadn't been fulfilled yet. And so every time I had to make him act like a complete ass, it drove me nuts. And I'd literally close my computer and be like, oh, I can't stand him. And so it was the hardest book, I think, that I've written so far, but it's fun. Thanks, Lori. I will definitely see you Wednesday. All right. So just a super quick recap. Don't forget to comment. What do you think we love in these bad boys, or what makes a perfect romance hero? I will choose 2 winners just a little bit later on tonight to win 2 early arcs, and I will send them immediately. Tomorrow, I will choose 1 more winner for a signed paperback of The Rogue's Redemption, which comes out on Thursday. And speaking of fun, exciting things this week, I also have an announcement on Wednesday in the Immortal Ambassador group, a big, huge announcement. That's for the vampire/paranormal romance fans. So, and last but not least, I started off by saying Medieval Monday's gone. It is because I'm branching out now to paranormal. So every Monday we'll be talking a little bit about both the historical, the paranormal, and everything in between. And if you guys have any thing that you want to talk about, just let me know. This is your time as much as it is my time. So yeah, Marina, he wasn't ready at all. All right, 9 o'clock. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by to Monday Musings. It's going to be hard to not say Medieval Monday. Thanks for popping in, for being amazing fans, for supporting me, even though I don't even have a paranormal book out. There's over 100 of us in that group, and I think it's fun. There's probably a heavy amount of Elijah posts at this point, but I'm telling you at some point, once the series is out, we'll talk about that. And speaking of that series title, I will announce on Wednesday too. So just in the group. Cool. Hi, Carla. I'm glad that you caught me at the very, very end as I was just leaving. I miss you. And Carla, by the way, is in the dedication to the Rogues Redemption. So I just finalized that today. I put it up on Amazon. It's like ready to be published. And I believe the dedication says to Lita and Carla and something about red wine and nosh, because two of my friends they listened to me incessantly. I mean, I just like go on and on and on about these stories, and I can't help it because they're like a part of me. And I was talking about Reed, and they kind of flushed the story out with me over red wine. And that's why the book is dedicated to them, two of my very best friends. And so thank you for your help, Carla. And I hope to see you maybe Thursday. Maybe we'll meet at Nosh, where we kind of noshed the whole book out. And that'll be a lot of fun. So, guys, have a great one. And we shall see you next Monday for Monday Musings, unless I'll see you Wednesday at noon in the Immortal Ambassador group. And of course, I'll be live in the Border Ambassador group on Thursday for launch day too, because I'm always live in there with special giveaways just for that reader group. So see you guys real soon and have a wonderful week. Thanks for popping by. Yes, Carla. Yes. Is that yes to Thursday? Are you coming for wine on Thursday? Because that would be pretty amazing. I hope so. I wish you could all come for wine Thursday, but Marina, come for wine with us on Thursday. If you're in Pennsylvania, Thursday at Nosh, it's time for wine. We're going to celebrate Rogues Redemption. So join us. Just let me know if you'll be there, because I'll get a bigger table. Talk to you guys real soon. See ya.